Let's see. Should be going live now. Yeah, we live now. We good. We see y'all. Okay, good. Dang, Canon wasn't working right. Okay, here we go. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's crack-a-lagging? What it do? Man, what's up? Okay, what's the deal, baby? What's the deal? Aye, see, I'm in the studio. I'm in the lab, baby. I'm in the lab. There I is. Whew. Gang. Yeah, we floating out here down the lazy river. Aloha. Hey, Susan. Man. So crazy. So we thought tonight, before we do the theme music and all that, Miss BB has a very important meeting to go to tomorrow morning, so she can't be on because it's too late for her. It's past her bedtime. So I'm going to sit up here. I'm going to deliver this news. We're going to do our live chat. We're going to do our call-ins. We're going to do all of it. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's the deal, baby? Sorry we're late tonight. Earl, yeah, you're going to have to show me one of them billboards, man, because you haven't shown me that stuff yet, baby. You got to show me that stuff. So we're going to do this. Did it pick somebody?
It won't work.
It won't work.
No, the app ain't working, so I can't give you a... Oh, yes, it did. It worked.
Okay, so... Let's do this.
I'm gonna tag you on it on Twitter. Let's see.
Oh, this don't have a drum roll on it. So...
You ready?
Okay, I'm ready. So, the winner of the $50,000 dinar giveaway is... Tom Fierstein.
And you tell everybody what rate he guessed to.
The rate he guessed was, I don't see it here.
At the very bottom, $3 and...
I don't see it.
Let me see. Oh, you cut it off. It's $3.49.
His guess was $3.49, but he is the proud winner. So I'm gonna need Tom Fierstein by when? Wednesday show or so?
Or you can just inbox whenever. I mean,
inbox me or send me a email or something. I'm gonna drop this sweet moolah in the mail to him. I think we've given away more money on this show and more gifts, more freebies, more fun any other YouTube ever. Man, gang, what's the deal, baby? So with that, y'all, I'm gonna start the music. All right, I'll see you later, baby. Thanks for doing that. Nah, we ain't got a rape yet, Clyde, but we gonna have one soon. Grant, yeah, you can call in. Anybody can call in. Hang on, y'all. Let me make sure Daisy can get out of here. Here, Daisy. You want to sit up here? Go. On out? She doesn't want out. She wants to play. Woo! Reaper. Lee, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me? Hello?
Yeah, Bruce?
Hey, why are you calling me during my intro?
You said anybody could call now.
No, don't call now. You're calling during my intro. My intro is the most awesome intro in the world. What do you want?
Where's my intro?
You gotta get your own theme music, bro.
I
should.
I like my own theme music.
You should, man. Theme music is awesome.
I wanna run some past you. Did you see the article about J.P. Morgan giving the trade bank in Iraq an award?
Yeah, I did.
Something about that caught my attention. I was like, yeah, there's something going on there.
Well, and I mean, more so than that, I mean, if you just want to dive into it, like, just real quick, you know you're live, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you knew you were live. I didn't know that. Okay, so, like, I got a couple real questions about the events that have happened since Friday, right?
Okay.
So let's talk about the difference between a tariff and a sanction, okay?
Yep.
When Al-Mahdi went to China with that huge delegation, and the reason why he brought that huge delegation, a lot of people thought it was like kind of stupid. Like, why are you bringing all these people? Because he knew of the bureaucratic red tape that he was going to have to go to if he brought all those contracts and memorandums of understandings back to Iraq. He knew that if he didn't bring the key components there with him to sign them right then and there, it would be months, years, everything. It would be forever for them to get anything done, right?
That was my impression. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So when that happened and they signed that one memorandum of understanding, China pledged $500 billion.
I saw that.
Okay. And people were going nuts. Oh, that's bull crap. President Trump's not going to allow that. This is crap. What the hell's going on? This is stupid. And I was like, do you guys not just understand that for every dollar pledge that's not really like a loan, it seemed like a gift to me, kind of? I could be wrong, but it seemed kind of like they were going to just give it to him for infrastructure. Was I wrong? Am I wrong on that?
No, I know there's some pledges to the infrastructure, but here's the deal that people need to get over, because I got bombarded with questions too. And again, this is just our own opinion on this situation. Those two can make all the deals in the world that they want to, but let's keep in mind, China is getting, if they're not already, they're broke. They
Right.
make all the pledges. So China is either they know and haven't publicly said that they are close to a deal with Trump, or they're just doing it for posturing's sake. Now, that, and then they also know what's going to happen in Iraq, and that is the dinar rate's going to change. We all know they're holding dinars too. So you know what I mean? Like, hey, help me out, and then down the road I'll help you out. So that's kind of the couple of things that ran through my mind about that situation. Because the truth is, China has no money. And let me prove to you that they don't. And we talked about this before. When Pakistan was getting bombed by India, remember? And they were reaching out to China saying, hey, help us. China's like, yeah, we can't do anything.
Right.
Because they didn't have the money to support them.
Right.
So if they didn't even have the money to help their allies stay protected from an ass whipping,
Right.
what do you think they're going to do against the United States or anybody else? So it's just either posturing, or they know the deal's about to happen, either with the dinar rate change, and they hold them a bunch of those, just like the United States, or they know a deal with Trump's about to happen.
Okay, well, can I give you scenario number 2? I wasn't done mine, but let me give you scenario number 2. Scenario number 2 is this. China knew that President Trump was going to bring hellfire down on Iran. China really wanted to do business with Iran, to be honest with you. They never wanted to do business with Iraq. They always wanted to do business with Iran because they've been doing business with Iran. And when they knew that those sanctions were coming down the pipeline, and when Trump signed those sanctions, those last sanctions on Iran, and put them all over their bank, they can't even do business in dinar anymore.
Nope, I love that.
And so what it did was it put Iraq in a box. You can't trade now with your number one trade partner.
Remember when we first talked about that? Do you remember that?
That was our ideal situation. Remember, like
we said it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We said it's like a lure. They're luring
Yep.
Iran into this.
Get-
Suckers is what we said.
They can't even do business with them in dinar now, right? So the SWIFT system, chips is completely cut off to them, right? So what happens to the dinar now is So China comes in and says, we'll give you all this money. Well, whether they have the money or don't have the money is irrelevant. What it does is that it hitches a trade partner up that can provide infrastructure, and it stimulates what? Iraq's private sector. And private sector growth is what everybody wanted. So it didn't really matter to me how much it was or what it was or that it's $500 billion. China's going to do something over the top because they have to outdo America, even though they'll never have the foothold in Iraq that America does. They just won't. I don't care how many cheap plants they put in there to do infrastructure. I don't care what they do for manufacturing for them. They were already doing manufacturing in Iraq beforehand. They'll be doing it after. But what it did do for them is for every dollar they didn't have to borrow from somebody to build infrastructure within their company, it was a dollar that they could put in the coffers that they could save that added validity and a nominal value to their currency. That's what it did. Okay?
And the one thing also that people aren't talking about, you finished?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, the one thing that people aren't talking about is China's depleting both their gold and silver reserves. Now, JP Morgan is one of their prime partners in crime, and what they've been doing is helping the rate of the silver go up, which is unusual. But remember, it was up to like 1950 at one time. I was like, please, God, let it go back down. So it's still up there and hoovering around. And trust me, that's a move by JP Morgan on behalf of the live stream just dropped off.
Right. Hold on. My live stream just dropped?
Yeah. You just the king of gurus there.
Okay, but I should be back now, right?
Nope.
I'm not back?
No, unless you look like a cartoon kangaroo.
Hold on here. Let me see what's going on here.
Now remember, there's this.
Am I on again?
Nope, you just look like a kangaroo with dreads.
Hold on here. Okay.
Is it me or is every time we start talking about China or something, this happens?
I know, right? Like, okay, it says
No,
you're
seriously, like we talk about this stuff and then it just drops off.
You good? No, it says I'm good again. Vic, yes sir.
Not on there yet.
No video. Okay.
No video.
So start.
No, you hit stop.
No, I hit start right
Look,
there.
look, see, stop. That's
This
recording.
says the live stream is offline is what it's.
Okay, so let's remove this off of here. So you never want to hit
I'm
start
insane, bro.
recording. Hi there. I text you because I text Mr. Brando. I was saying turn up the volume on Lee if you can. How are you doing, Lee?
I am groovy. How about yourself? I heard y'all was trying to get a Noah's Ark flood going on.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Did somebody send me a picture of somebody fishing off their porch downtown? I thought it was funny.
I see.
They
It's
weren't catching no
weird.
damn
I
fish,
see
but it was
you
still
on
fun.
my phone, but not TV.
Who?
I see your keyboard.
I can't see on the computer like YouTube.
I see.
There's no stream.
You back?
You're back.
Her name is Kathy. We got the last.
Oh, that's weird. I don't see you at all. Everybody says it's back on. I don't see you at all. I don't know why.
It came back on.
You're probably there's probably
I'm not on. I don't see it either, Lee. Honest, like I don't see me either. So.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll refresh and you're still on it. But okay, but if other people see, that's all that matters, you know.
Right, like I get it. I don't see us either. So.
John says we see you.
Don't do anything embarrassing like pick your nose or anything like that, you know.
I know, right? Like anything. Your stream is offline. Like this says I'm offline
Dude, I can
too.
see the Houston Astro fans and us Dodger fans already at one another, and we haven't even started yet.
I know, right? Okay.
I'm like, come on, Dinar.
Okay, Susan says I'm still seeing offline. I'm still seeing offline. You're live, sir.
Okay, everybody, if you can see us online, type yes. If you can't, say no. Go ahead. I'm just curious to see how many people can see us. So yes, you can see us, or no, you can't. Okay, what the hell?
I don't see me
So
either.
everybody can see you, but I can't. And one other.
No, I can't see you either. Hold on.
Me neither. I can't
Oh
see
wait.
it.
Oh, there we go. You're there now.
I'm gonna close me out here. Start over.
There's like I can see a real close.
Okay, you're there. You're good.
Yeah, I can see it.
You're back. Look.
Oh, okay. There I am. I'm good.
I can see a
Well,
close-up
I
of
mean,
your keyboard.
it doesn't matter if I can see me. I mean, you know what I mean?
But I can see you from my account.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't matter if I can see me. That's not the point. Okay. Okay. So let's get back on the subject real quick.
And if you could put Lee towards the microphone, it would help.
Oh.
Thanks.
Okay. Lee.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
I know they hear me
Lee.
'cause when I say
Can
yes,
everybody
I
hear
know,
Lee?
yes.
Let me
Huh?
see. Can everybody hear you? Okay. Or is everything good?
Okay, if you guys can hear me clear, just type yes real quick. If you can't, say no.
Let me
Huh?
see. Can everybody
Yes,
hear you?
no.
Okay. Or is everything
Super
good?
quick.
Okay, I turned it up a little bit.
There we go. I was gonna say, how you not hearing me? I'm loud as hell.
No, we can hear you. Okay, everybody can hear you. Okay, so let's go back to the subject.
Smash the like button.
Okay, so let's go back to what we were talking about. So we were talking about China being in a box, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And really, okay, not China, Iraq being in a box.
I was gonna say Iraq. Yeah, there you go.
Iraq. So Iraq is in a big box. Iran's in a bigger box. And if you notice what happened at the UN summit that really screwed Iran even worse was England, France, all those people are usually these really wimpy, meat countries admitted that Iran's at fault for these terrorist attacks because now it's starting to affect the oil that reaches their countries. So remember, you only hurt a country's pocketbooks when you affect their trade, right? These countries run on energy. So everybody's ticked off, everybody's mad. So now everybody's like, well, hey, look, man, now we're mad at Iran too, right? They're confiscating, ships, they're doing this, they're doing that. No one's standing up to them. So Iran comes out and says, hey, look, you want us to come to the negotiating table, you're going to have to give us like $15 billion in retrospect from last December to come to the negotiating table, which ain't going to happen. Trump won't even give him 15 seconds, let alone $15 million. Because what's got to happen in Iran is civil war. Because now they have no money supply.
No, there's protesters and nobody's talking about it. You'll see them on YouTube, but we don't hear about it at all on our media.
Mm-hmm. The idea is that Iran is in such dire straits that if you look at people like Iran, Russia, China, the three brothers, the three friends, they're all in the crapper and they're all in economic turmoil and they're all basic principles in communism. The world is not a closed market economy that the rich only get rich. It's got to be a free trade market. And that's why Iraq being the central hub in Europe and in Asia makes total sense for them to be. Look, it doesn't matter what they reinstate their currency for. I know people are going to get mad at me for saying this. It doesn't matter what they reinstate their currency for. Just reinstate your freaking currency. Let it go for 42 cents. Let it go for $1. I don't care.
Yeah.
Supply and demand. I don't care if it's true that there's 42 trillion dinars. How many dollars are out there? How many actual dollars, petrodollars and all are in circulation at dollar store with $1? Okay? They can limit the money supply after they're reinstated. But that money supply is going to remain high as long as it's a negligible currency. So the idea here is, folks, with no trade partner with Iran, new trade partner with China, them wanting to ascend to the WTO. Now, we know that the ascension to the WTO is going to happen fourth quarter this year. They've said that. The WTO said that. It's on their website.
Wait, can we brag just a little bit about that?
Sure.
Did we not say, it was a couple, 3 months ago, did we say that Iraq was being expedited through the process for the World Trade Organization?
Yeah, we did. And you know what, Pimpe? We didn't know how, but we knew. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And now we know how. We've got the white paper. We've seen the WTO. I mean, I've sent it to everybody. I've posted it 100 times. I've read it 100 times.
My little buddy told me about it, if you remember that. But, I mean, at the time, it didn't dawn on what we were talking about. I knew in order for them to be there, their currency has to be recognized internationally. You cannot be part of the World Trade Organization.
Now,
nor the World Bank, for that matter.
Right.
So those are two things that we're really, really monitoring. Is those two things really close?
Now let's talk about Article 58 of the Constitution, and let's talk about the lower denominations real quick, okay? People are fretting about.
I want to ask you something about that, real super quick, before you get into the details. Is it me? I remember when they were talking about the denominations of the note, and then at the time, the lowest one I seen was 1,000.
Right.
All of a sudden, 500 popped up. Remember, I got excited and I said it to you. Go, no, the 500's been there all this time, and I was like, dude, I never saw the 5. Now all of a sudden, sneaky, there's the 250 one. I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, I didn't see the 500. Now I see the 250. Are they doing this crap again? Remember, I was saying, are you sure that was there before?
No, seriously, it's always been there.
Okay, because they seem to be sneaking these notes on there.
What we've always been looking for is the 100. I think the 250 is worth like something like 20 cents or 15 cents if you do the math.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it's been there. Now, pimp it. Here, I'm going to blow your mind with something, right?
Okay.
So they're talking about withdrawing the damaged cash currency in circulation, right?
Yeah.
That currency's only been in circulation, these new notes, for a few months. How did it get damaged that fast?
Yeah, that's a good question. I remember they were saying something about the flood, but isn't that when it changed the currency? In 2014 or 2015, I think it was?
Yeah, that currency's only been around like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
It just got liquidity a few months ago. Remember we were reporting from a talk that said, hey, y'all, look, you can't get lower denominations for change. You can't get 500s. You can't get 250s. You can't even get thousands. You couldn't get them. They were null and void. We said that too.
But there was none. That's what I mean. I didn't see anything out there about them. Now, I did see where some of the exchanges were offering the 500 notes, but they sell out so quickly, right?
Right.
But, so that's why I was like, wait a minute. I haven't. Now, other people might have. To me, though, I just didn't. That's why I was bugging you. I thought, I got all excited because I was like, now all of a sudden they're talking about 250 notes. I'm like, no, I ain't falling for that again. They seem to be sneaking those out there. Can
I tell you something that I think you're reminding of the sneaky part, which is a real bomb, and I wish I could hit bombs, but I can't because you're on the phone. I'll make you laugh. Okay, here's why it's a bomb. Why this is a really sneaky article. The last time they told everybody that there was damaged notes that came out, that there were damaged notes they were collecting, guess what they introduced? New notes with new security features.
I don't think they're going to switch them this time because these are... Okay,
no, I don't think so, but think about it.
But the cost of producing all the ones they did and the turnaround and have to redesign again is really, really expensive. People don't understand the expense of how
No.
it is.
I don't think for a minute that they're going to redo those notes. I think that they're going to introduce the lower denominations next.
Yes, okay, then I was about to say a list.
Do you see what I'm saying? Look, we don't have that many 250s, but we got several 50s. We don't have that many 500s, but we got several hundreds. We don't have that many thousands, but we got plenty of coins. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, release those damn coins, man.
I'm just saying, if you think about it in that perspective, that's purely speculative. I'm just throwing that out there. Those coins have been minted since like 2012 to 2014. We know they're available. We know they're ready to go. We know everybody's ready, itching for them to come on. So that's just got to come on. So that's one thing that we've cleared up right quick, okay?
Yep.
So let's talk about Article 58 of the Constitution. Now, Pimpe, you're my constitutional expert, right? You've studied the Constitution. The piece that came out said that by October 24th, all proxy positions had to be filled and everything had to be in conclusion. Now, here's the only problem I have with this article. It was signed from a banking expert. If you read the bottom of that article, and I could post it for you, it says signed banking expert. I was truly disappointed when I saw that. That makes this an opinion piece. Now, do I think, though, if you take the letter of the law and you say it has to be done by this date, I would agree. Now, I would agree with it because of these facts. Number one, we know for a fact that Iraq is in a position right now that they don't have a trade partner, a major trade partner. Number two, we know that now they're collecting all their smaller category notes for some odd reason. The timing's just truly odd. We know these things. Number three, we know that they just had this big, huge delegation go to China to sign over basically their private sector. Number four, we know that the UN Security Council via Donald Trump is going to make everybody safe and warm over there, that there'll be a new UN coalition come over there to either spank Yemen, spank Egypt, spank all these terroristic supporting countries, as well as Iran, or they're going to put so many sanctions on so many people that they'll shut down the Middle East, except for trade partners like Saudi Arabia, Israel, or Iraq. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So there's not anywhere for Iraq.
What you're talking about.
They just got visited. Kuwait visited them at Baghdad today. So it's not like you could sit there and say, well, everybody's worried about Iraq. Nobody's worried about Iraq right now. Everybody's doing business with them, signing memorandums of understandings and contracts. They're doing big petrochemical deals. So the question you've got to say for yourself is, why didn't they do it this month? Not why did they, why didn't they? Now, you could say it's September, it wasn't a good month, they weren't feeling it, change is coming, blah, 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 but I get it. But honestly, it's cutting it super close because their ascension to the WTO has to be fourth quarter, which brings us to November. I would say they'd have to be fully done by and have their paperwork approved by November to be done by December for full ascension come 2020, which they've said in their paperwork. So
the biggest part about the Article 58 is this, and people don't understand this, that it gives the power and the right for the government or the parliament to vote on treaties. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest portion of that article that people don't talk about.
Well, tell me about treaties real quick. How does that help me?
Okay, treaties or trade agreements and stuff like, okay, the treaty that we're focused on, of course, is the agreement between the Kurds and Iraq.
Right.
You know, that's part of the Article 140, and that is that it gives the parliament the right to vote on it. Of course, you know, they got to pass 2/3 parliament majority for laws to be going on. That's where the Article 58 gives them the power to pass certain resolutions, allows them to do multinational deals, make arrangements. So it's got a lot of levels to 58. I mean, I think we posted it one time, and I remember reading through it. I'll find it again, and I'll post it in the group so they can see. But 58 is linked to a lot of the other articles that are in there. So basically what it is, it gives Parliament a lot of power to make treaties, to make, enforce certain things, kind of resolutions, stuff like that is what it does.
Okay.
I'll find it and I'll post it.
Okay.
It's kind of losing me just a little bit, but I remember it.
And to piggyback off that, Barzani met with the U.S. military delegation, General Gregory Chowder today, and he said today our negotiations with Baghdad continue to reach a comprehensive agreement aimed at solving all problems under the Constitution, which is Article 58, which is all the things, Article 140, it's all things that we're waiting for. They said they would have those things done this legislative sector, which is the last quarter of 2019. So if you look at it, they're going to have Article 140 solved. They're going to have the HCL solved, the oil and gas law solved. They're going to have the ascension to WTO solved. They're going to have all these things solved this quarter. So why not a rate instatement? I'm not going to say a rate change. Forget a change. Let's just say a reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar.
Doesn't it make you want to pull your damn hair out?
Yes.
It's like they're trickling one thing after another. We know that needs to be done. We're like, okay, we're there. What the hell is the order? It's like being a kid in a car trying to get to a destination. You keep bugging your parents. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because you're a kid. You're just anxious to get there. And the parents are like, we're almost there. We're almost there. That's what it feels like for real.
And you know what else? Then you get more stock news from the ISX. You hear that the ISX now has a proposal for the companies on it to buy back portions of their shares of the stock to put back into the growth of their companies. They haven't done this before, but they're thinking about doing it for the first time. It says, regarding the need to approve the share of buyback proposals and the reasons for this, from reading the data of joint stock companies and trading indicators during the period of 2015 to 19, shows the importance of the proposal that companies buy back a percentages of their shares, which can be summarized by a decline in prices of shares traded for joint stock companies at a mixed rate of more than 50% during the period. Now, 50% of dinar or 50% of the dollar? I think it's of the dinar. Now, if you look at it from this perspective, this proposal is one... Huh?
If it was of the dollar, you realize what that means. That would be huge. Huge on just that purchase alone. You feel me? Huge. Yeah, I want to touch base on something super quick.
Go ahead.
Did you see that article? It's an older article from 2010. I posted to make...
I was saving that one for last. We'll say that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. This proposal is one of the mechanisms of international and Arab stock markets in order to enhance the value of the stock. So not only are they considering enhancing the value of the dinar, but in talks privately, they're talking about enhancing the value of the stock market or per share, including companies law and the financial markets law. These laws have already passed. So you've got to think to yourself, what's going on here? Like, why haven't these things happened before? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, why now? Why right now? Now, I'm not a hyper. I'm not one to build up to anything, but I'm going to look at you and say, these are some odd coincidences.
But are they really coincidences, or are we lining up for something about to happen?
No, we're lining up.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
We're lining up. I don't care what anybody says.
But this is what I'm talking about. I feel like the kid in the back of the car bugging my parents. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because we're close. Look at everybody's putting rates in there. They think they know.
Huh. Now, I would ask all these people sitting in here. Yeah, we could all sit here and I could tell you, tell me the rate, tell me the date, tell me a rate, tell me a date. I'd ask you another question. We know the Minister of Education is done. We know it's Dr. Kwasi. We know there's a new central bank governor, and they keep winning awards internationally for being the best bank in the world, but have basically low inflation and basically a stable exchange rate, which all countries basically do. So why are you winning an international award for that?
Well, they won. Their trade bank won with from of all people, J.P. Morgan. Now, J.P. Morgan owns which bank?
HSBC?
Chase Bank.
Oh, Chase Bank. My bad. I'm
Doing
sorry.
what right now? They're allowing people to do what?
Buy and sell dinar.
Deposit their dinars at the current rate.
Huntington Bank, Chase Bank, Citibank. Now, I'll tell you this. I've heard all these lies about HSBC. I haven't seen anybody ever buy anything from them. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But I know you can't buy anything from Chase. I know you can buy from Huntington and you can buy from Citi. So, my question is this. Are Citi and Huntington tell the world, hey, we're going to be ahead of the curve? Remember we talked about that based upon certain account holders? That
I wonder if they're tied in at all to JP Morgan.
I mean, I don't know. That's a very interesting freaking question.
Dude, it just seems to me when it comes to JP Morgan and trickery going on in China, trickery going on in Iraq, it's like they're trying to get ahead of the curve on both of them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they know what's coming up. So they're trying to position themselves to be the bank that grabs a bulk of the dinar once it's exchanged.
Another great question would be, Pimpe posted an article from 2010 where IMF was evaluating. Remember, I told you guys, and I posted the white paper. A couple people were saying, well, the IMF and the WTO, they don't care about what your currency is valued at. Actually, they do. And they work together to make sure your trade value, your currency value is at a nominal point so that you are, I don't want to use the word competitive, but you are on par with other countries or companies.
The compensation is what they're worried about. Their trade.
And so the idea there was, it said Iraq participated in meetings. Now, this was back in 2010, okay? With the European Union, the Asian Stock Exchange, such as the delegation of Iraq market for securities in it. And it said basically, meetings dealt with ratification of the final accounts of 2009 and approval of the report of the directors of the stock exchange by proposed plans for the union in 2010 to approve the mechanism for assessing stock members who number 28 Arab boards, Asian and European countries through the volume of activities undertaken by the stock market. But more importantly, it comes down here duly noted that they basically valued the dinar. It was demonstrated in the context to call for assessing the dinar at a rate of $3.21.
Now, at the time, now this is 2010,
right?
What they were saying is they felt it was overvalued, and in their opinion, it was more like $1.24. I didn't want people to get confused with the point of the post was, and that is, I was trying to say to you, if they thought the low side was $1.24 back in 2010, when the government was still corrupt, when there was all kinds of crap still going on in Iraq, where does that put that value now? But don't get me wrong, if they did that shit tomorrow at $1.24, I would be running to the store, to the bank. Well, I'm just saying, but that was the low side, was $1.24 in 2010, given everything that was going on. Where do you think it is today?
Well, the thing that I would say about that would be, Pimp, was remember in the SBI paperwork that we have,
Yes.
They valued the currency like at $1.17 or a little higher. Might have $1.21. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was
What year was that one? The SBI.
2018, $1.71. You see what I'm saying? So, like, was that $1.71 what they would consider inside the walls of Iraq, or was that $1.71 internationally?
That is a good question. So, here's the things I think that weren't taken into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go think about everything that's happened prior to 2019 and then after. Since the beginning of 2019, what has happened for Iraq?
Mm-hmm.
They're now the second largest producer of oil behind Saudi Arabia. So
Mm-hmm.
now they have influence and they're aboard with OPEC.
Mm-hmm.
Trump made sure they're on the council now for OPEC. Now they have influence on the board for OPEC. And that's huge when it comes to pricing oil because their value of the oil is basically controlled between them and Saudi Arabia. So, their output in oil has drastically increased. Okay, what else? ISIS. Trump went over there and knocked out a bulk of ISIS since the beginning of 2019. So we're not worried about ISIS coming in there and doing what they do to interrupt our process. So the point I'm trying to make is this: it might have had the SBI somewhere around there. What you're talking about is the SDR rate was for the Arab county was $1.74. And then so how you determine is you take it times 2.5 is how you come up with whatever the rate should be for Iraq is what it is. So what I'm trying to say is it really $1.74? I have a feeling that's going to go up. Now, again, this is just my opinion, and that is because a lot has happened just in 2019 alone. Mm-hmm. Look at all the new trade agreements. Look at all the donors conference money. Look at all the reconstruction money. Look at all the trade agreements. Look at everything that's happening. The green zone is open. I mean, holy crap. 2019's been a phenomenal year for Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way in hell it could be that low.
Okay, I'll say this. Based upon conference money or donor money, I don't think that adds a value to the country. But I will say this. It does show...
Let me tell you where let me just put my 2 cents in on that.
Go ahead.
Here's where I think it adds any kind of value, if any at all. And that is the fact that large countries are willing to donate them.
Yes.
Should tell you that they have confidence on Iraq. That's the only where you're going to get any value from the donor conference money.
Yes.
Is that, hey, they believe in Iraq enough now to make the donations. I don't know how it's going to affect the rate outside of that, other than to say, like, okay, finally we're going to have confidence in Iraq.
That's called stability. Meaning that we'll loan you money, you'll pay us back, we're all good. I don't think countries are worried about paying back other countries. I think though on a medium or small enterprise level, I think a lot of people in Iraq are worried about are they going to pay back the banks once they loan them the money. But here's my whole thing. I think that people don't realize this about Iraqis. Once the money does change in value, you're not going to run down to the bank and go, oh my gosh, I'm the Iraqi. Give me all the USD you have. It's not going to happen. You're going to take your newly flush Iraqi dinar. You're going to go out and buy bread and milk and plyboard or whatever it is to build your business, technology, computers, in dinar, with dinar, and it will hold value that you'll have purchasing power. And that's where I think a lot of people are lost in all this.
Yeah, okay? And you know what? Real quick, because this has crossed my mind. I was going to say something earlier about this. I'm really concerned about... Because people keep sending me these articles with all these predictions on rate change and when. I don't think I've ever seen more people make predictions on when than we've seen recently. Everybody's got October pegged. I'm seeing like the 1st, the 10th, the 21st, the 24th, because that's the end of that 5-year period for the article. I keep telling people, look, I mean, there's nothing wrong with hoping, but don't get caught up in that. We don't know. We just know that, like we've been talking about, everything is lined up. But, I think people are getting overly excited again. I'm not sure where they're getting it from. My guess is that...
Me too. And, hold on. One person, Mike, says, if it doesn't happen this month, look for first quarter 2020. Bullshit. If it doesn't happen this month, it can happen next month. And if it happens next month, it can happen the next month.
Yeah.
There's no accounting measure for this. I don't care who you are. Show me the accounting metric for it, I'll change my opinion. No one has done it. No one can do it. Show me your accounting metric. Show me the accounting metric for a reinstatement. Mike, call me. I'd love to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I hear you how much dinar you have, but I have more than you, so I'm not worried about that. Okay? That doesn't mean you dictate the reinstatement. So please, if you can tell me the accounting metric that you're going by, or the principles, or the theories, or the actual accounting basis you base your theory in, I'll listen to it. Until then, I don't think you're that good. I think actually you're a little broke.
What I miss?
Nothing. He's just over here just talking. Like he's like don't know what he's doing. He doesn't really know what he's doing. So.
But look, there's lots of reasons for us to be excited. 2019, obviously, I'll tell you this. I had a naysayer go back and forth with me, and I just said, this is what I said to him. They've been doing this for 16 years, man. I was like, man, I can't even begin to guess what that frustration must feel like. Seriously. And I said, look, let's just look at this a little bit differently. Okay, and this is the same thing I'm gonna tell other people. First, let's just start with the currency in itself. Okay, is the currency real? Yes. Is it? It's real currency. Okay, so we know that's not fake. That's real. It's currency. It's real. Can we agree that the rate is undervalued? We know this. And we know why. Okay. Then I posted to that person in the message. Again, all the dinar rates. I said, look at all the dinar rates. Look at it. Iraq is the lowest. And we know why it's the lowest. Because of what happened during the invasion. So we already agree that the dinar is real. It's not fake. It's real currency. You can take your shit down to the store right now or exchange it for whatever the current value is. That's not a scam. Okay? But if you look at all the different rates, look how low. It's ridiculously low compared to all the other dinars. There's no way in hell. What you're really frustrated about, I said to that person, is it hasn't happened yet. So is it going to happen tomorrow? Who knows? Is it going to happen within 5 years? I don't know. But it's going to happen. There's no doubt about it.
But here's the other thing I would stress to somebody. Someone that comes to me and is like, Mr. Brando, it hasn't happened, so it's not going to happen. Well, here's the thing. You can't be a member of the WTO if your currency is not internationally recognized.
Yep.
So I don't care if it's recognized for 1/1,000,000th of 100,000,000th of 100,000th. It's internationally recognized. I never told you that it's going to be worth X. I have a theory why, but I can tell you that it has to be internationally recognized. So if they're going to ascend to the WTO, rest assured, it's going to be worth a nominal value. Now, because of the way they're setting up trade with the WTO, they want all partners to be on an even playing field or to set up free trade. Now,
that's the new rules that everybody has to be honest about the value of the currency.
Now, everybody sitting in the Arab region, the GCC, they're going to be sitting about $1, right? Or $1 or a little bit more, maybe, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be fine for trade. But when they go outside of their borders to get other things, that's where the trade comes into a problem. But if they're valued higher, they'll be protected. The reason why they'll be higher? Because trust me, I'm not trying to say anything negative against Muslims, okay? But think about this. It's a Muslim-dominated area, a region, right? Do you think for one minute they're going to allow Westerners to come in there, buy up their country for less than $1, buy it up, and then we sell it off or do whatever we're going to do with it and profit off of it when they have other countries in the GCC that can help and support them? No. They're going to value their country super high, so you can't be speculators. So when one country's oil reserves fall off, another country picks it up. And that's why they have that Arab basket. So they pick up and hold on to one another. It's not for any sinister thing. It's very simple. It's the same thing that the Asian Pact does. It helps support all the Asiatic countries in the rim. It's nothing sinister. It's nothing super diabolical about it. It's smart. They're taking care of their own.
The whole Arab accounting dinar agreement, the sole purpose of that is all the surrounding Middle Eastern countries say, look, here's the deal. We don't screw each other over. This is the lowest it should be. This is the highest it should be. You should be somewhere within that range. So no one country is underselling or overpricing or doing like currency manipulation like we see with Vietnam and what we see with China just so they can get more business. So they say, look, we agree. So it can't be lower than this. It can't be higher than this. So we know that also that Iraq is about to be reinstated back in there. That's when they do that. That means they have to unpeg themselves from the U.S. dollar. That's another thing we're waiting for. And once that happens, they get their rate is based on the Arabic County dinar, which I already gave the formula for that. I really still I still feel strongly about that. The current rate was 174 times 2.5. I think it's 348.
Mm-hmm. So another thing that you got to really consider about a fourth quarter reinstatement would be what's happening regionally with oil and gas. Okay, with Saudi Arabia being down 50% of production, this allows Iraq to ramp up and to hit the ball, so they can put a lot more money in the coffers to allow themselves to have more money, especially foreign currency in their exchange that they can use for other stuff. So don't think for 1 minute by Saudi being down, now they're number one, right? And that helps them. I don't even think Saudi even minds so much. I think Saudi kind of looks at it like...
Now, I think 15% production. Well, they're 15%, I think, of the world's production.
Right.
So what do? You just say to Iraq, hey, I need you
Step it up. Step it up.
And if they increase, what's that do to the value of the country? It increases.
There's nothing but good news out there. Nothing but good news.
Yeah,
Someone said, "Are you vaping?" If you never watched my channel, yeah, I vape. And if you tell me don't vape, don't tell me not to vape, or I'll kick you out of here because I like to vape. I don't smoke anymore. I vape. So screw you. I vape. No date, no rate. You're right about that, Itchy. We don't do dates. We don't do rates.
No date rate.
Been laughing at you for being in this investment for years. One loin is worth 100 sheep. We lions because of the way we think. I don't understand what you're saying. Why you?
They're saying that.
I don't understand what you're talking
People
about.
that are in it, they laugh at us for being invested in there because they don't realize the truth, and that is, it's about the change, and then he who laughs last laughs best.
But I don't understand that. Like, okay, you're laughing, but you're on a live show watching it intently because you're a fan.
No, they're saying that we've been laughed at.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you this. Listen to this. So I was at work, right, and I was talking to a fellow coworker, and they were telling me that they wanted to retire and they wanted, and so I told them, I said, buy a little foreign currency. They were like, why? And I said, well, buy some Iraqi Dinar. I think it's going to change soon. Oh man, that stuff, man, that's a scam and this and that. And so kind of like what you said, Pimp, I said, well, can you buy it? They were like, yeah. I said, can you sell it? They said, yeah. And I said, well, how's that a scam? And you know what their whole answer to this was? Because I read it on mainstream media. I read it in the news.
Yeah, look, they ran into the same thing I did. Well,
and you know what I asked them? You know what I asked them?
Yeah.
Did you get the white paper to Facebook when it first came out? Or the white paper to MySpace? Or to Pandora? Or to Uber? Or to Postmates?
Facebook was called LifeLog.
Yeah, right? So don't tell me you're smart. You're an idiot.
Now look, let's be honest. There's people out there who would take a real situation
Mm-hmm.
and find a way to scam off of it. We see that happening. We see it happen. Where the Sterling Group was in trouble was they were claiming that, and they were giving people dates, and they were giving people rates, and telling people that for sure is going to happen because they had direct connections to the White House. You have to go back and read the case on them. And I was like, yeah, they took a real situation and they made a scam off of it.
And hold on. Grant, I apologize. I didn't mean to come off negative towards you. I didn't understand your comment, and Pimpe cleared it up. I'm with you all the way too, man. They laugh at everybody, man. We're ahead of the curve. I don't care what anybody says. You are light years ahead of the curve as far as an investment goes. And this is the investment taught you. It teaches you patience, diligence. It teaches you research. It's going to teach you perseverance, mental toughness. So when you get into the next investment, you may look shorter term or longer term or more medium term, but you'll have an investment strategy where most of you just bought something or been holding on to it for so many years. Now the next thing you'll invest in, you'll have a plan with it. Totally different than most people.
Know what to look for.
Yeah. You have a real strategy.
Yeah, I'm eyeballing Venezuela, to be honest with you.
You know, I tell people this all the time.
With El Salvador and Guatemala striking great deals with Trump, and then if they would just sign that damn UMFCS, the Canada, their Trudeau with his black faces, and then Mexico if we can get that deal passed that the damn Democrats are putting it in there, that's only going to enhance the trade deals that Trump just made with El Salvador and Guatemala. That squeezes Venezuela. It puts a huge squeeze on them. That they're going to have to remove that guy there.
I'm telling you guys this, and this is a freebie. Venezuela's the new Vietnam, but without the headache. Because when Venezuela comes back around, they won't be communist. They'll be completely democratic. And it'll be someone that's favorable for our side. The problem with Vietnam is they're still communist. And I think it's not a long... I'm bullish on dong. I got so much dong. I got more dong than I got sense. But the problem with the dong is the country.
The dong you have, it's how you use it.
Right. You know what I mean?
Now, here's the thing. You know what? People don't realize, just like the situation with Iraq, and that is this with Venezuela. Venezuela has a lot of oil, a lot of gold, a lot of silver as well.
Yep. And you know what else they got? A young populace, decent infrastructure. They've got well-developed cities, decent Wi-Fi. They're not like a truly underdeveloped place. I mean, they're not 100%, but we're not looking that bad. You know?
Yeah, we need the damn Cuba out there. We'll be all right.
Yeah, Cuba. If we get rid of Cuba,
Cuba's protecting guys sitting in there right now.
yeah, we should get rid of Cuba and we'd be fine. Well, look, y'all. We're 46 minutes in. Are there any questions out there? Okay.
Hey, everybody. Long time no hear.
Oh, hold on. Miss Bro, screw you for vaping. For real, hold on. Let me do one for you real quick. Go to your channel and you have 4 subs and all of them are losers. Okay. Block you. You're blocked. Miss whatever your freaking name is, fuck off. Anyway, like I care. Dude, you watched my several times. You never see me vaping. I vape every show. Screw off, loser. 4 subs. I should watch your shows and criticize you.
Well, damn. As far as the dong's concerned, again, remember a while back I told everybody, look, I don't expect a lot. The real news doesn't happen until November. That's what I said. I'm watching for it, and we're not really hearing anything. We know they turn over all the data. We know they're supposed to negotiate the proper rate, but we just don't know what's going to happen. And we watch it. More trades for them, more deals, more improvement for their economy. As a matter of fact, they're smashing all kinds of records that weren't smashed before.
Hold on.
That only... Yeah, go ahead.
Pimpe, SDN Mulaney, is your dinar sterling bad? No. Your dinar's not bad. We're talking about what sterling did was bad, not that your dinar is bad. So don't get the two confused.
Yeah, good point.
Okay?
Yeah, Sterling Group, what they were doing was bad.
Yeah. Sterling, listen, if I got on this show, every show was like, buy dinar, buy it for me. I'm the best, buy it for me. 100% factual, I'm the man, buy it for me. I'm selling dinar. In 5 hours, dinar, in 24 seconds. That's why I tell you to talk about every guru like they're a dog. Because you know why? They're full of shit. And I don't care what you say about me. My information's good. You can talk about me all you want. You can talk about Pimpe all you want. You can't talk about Pimpe. You can't talk about Pimpe. You can't talk about my wife. You can't talk about my gang. If you do, I'm going to come after you. I'm going to talk crap to you. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to block you. I'm going to find your channels. I'm going to do crazy stuff to you because you're full of crap because you don't do any research. These people put in the effort. They put in the time. And yeah, I'm going to go after you with reckless abandonment because you have no clue. Now, talk about me. Say I vape. Say I'm a fat ass. Say whatever you want. I could care less.
You look like KRS-One.
No, you know what I look like? Let me show you.
Very deeply.
I think very deeply. But you know what? The crew that runs with me, these guys put in freaking effort, man.
Hey,
effort.
You know what you get with us?
Transparency.
Straight facts. I could resist.
You get the lynch. You get the linchpin. You get the linchpin. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I can resist.
You're an idiot, man. I love you. I love you, bro. You're stupid. You get straight facts.
Straight facts by Mr. B.
The dinar will be valued in 27 minutes. You guys.
According to Mike Pence, I'm on the phone with them right now.
Oh, my United States Congressman contact.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now here's the crazy part, y'all, and I'm gonna make you think. Based upon all the information that we put out there today, okay, the WTO, the UN, the sanctions, Berzani, all these things that they're all saying now, this quarter, this legislation, this happened. Why would you think that we should go on further? Now, I'll ask you this. Tell me why it hadn't happened. Tell me that. Oh, here's someone from New Orleans. Hold on, here's someone from New Orleans. Go ahead. Hello? Hello?
Hola.
Hello? You're live.
Hey, Mr. Brando.
Hey, what's up, man?
The me you're looking for? No, just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not actually from New Orleans. It's just a New Orleans number. I live in Baton Rouge.
Oh, well, we'll forgive you. LSU, go Tigers. Go Coop. Go Tigers.
Wow, dude, you hacked that up.
No, I didn't. Go Cougs. Washington State.
Hey, our coach just now like the water boy. I can't help it.
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher, yes. Washington State, get the hell out of here. UFC. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I called to see how y'all were doing with the floods and all that.
Appreciate you. Well, no, man. Friday, man, when Miss BB got home, man, I ain't gonna lie. I was a little like, just everything was happening. I was a little upset. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I suffer from severe anxiety and stuff like that, depression. So she was like, chill. Let's not do a show tonight. Let's just chill out. We had dinner. We talked to some kinfolk that were, you know what I mean? Just not doing it in good ways. I was worried about them. We had people. And, she was like, let's check that off. So I was like, cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't realize that when you have anxiety like I do, like, I worry about people severely. And she was like, nah, you don't need to do it tonight. So she was like, chill. So I was like, I chilled with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pimpe knows because me and him are tight like that. And Mr. Frazier, Daza, my real people know. But, like, when I get nerved up, I'm nerved up. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do it. I wouldn't have been good at it. So.
So I know what it's like.
Okay, cool.
Second thing I called to tell you is do not ask him. Dude, that'll be an hour-long show all in itself.
Look at these people. Wait. You see all these questions? Okay, real quick.
It says,
they're asking me to conclude on. Is that a question? Because it kind of broke up. My bad.
No. I was just saying we're gonna get together and do that after the reinstatement. We're gonna go do some catfishing stuff.
Hell yes, we are.
some what?
Catfishing.
And I got another
Oh, yeah.
for you too. My sister has a camp right down on the Gulf. We're gonna go do some red fishing too.
Oh, yeah, I love Red on Half Show.
Hey, is this Big Game James?
Yeah, big game.
Yeah. What up, James?
Oh, y'all know each other.
Yeah. We shoot this shit sometimes on the phone.
You're like the only number I don't have.
Duh! Pimp, give me your phone number.
I talked to everybody else in chat just about on first name basis. You're like the only number I don't have.
And y'all listen. Listen, y'all, listen. I don't tell y'all these things about me, about like my life, because I'm looking for sympathy or empathy, none of that stuff. I'm telling y'all this not because I want to stop. I love doing this. I love talking about this with you guys. I love doing this every week. But I think sometimes, like it does get a bit much. So like when I'm not here for you like that, just understand that I'm trying to get back to you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry.
People are like, what happened to you? I go, dude, you don't understand. Man, my group by myself, my own group
Yeah.
on Facebook is huge.
Your
I get,
group's big.
Over 200 notifications a day, like 50 to 60 messages. It can get overwhelming. Sometimes you have to just put it down and stop because your brain feels fried. How am I doing it? I do a lot of education, political crap. That's fine and dandy. Plus, we play around over in your group too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it gets plus all the research that's involved for all of it. It can be very mentally exhausting is all it is. But let me just, because Tony keeps asking super quick. Tony, I'm going to answer your question about the dong. I said this, I think it was like a couple months ago, that, and this was just my opinion, and it seems to be happening. That is, we know that Trump put him on the shit list about being a currency manipulator. They had to get their ducks in a row and send a new information to them. But what was said was nothing else would be talked about as far as the exchange, not until around November. Now, is that going to happen? We don't know. Does that mean they're going to do the change? No, it just means that Trump's, I think, reevaluating whether or not he's going to label them currency manipulators or not. So whatever they're sending should tell us what the hell is going to happen with their rate, we hope. But that's why I'm saying there's no news. And I said this before, and that is I didn't expect anything about the dong until November, and it's been that way ever since.
And I actually didn't want to see any dong news until January. That was my thought process. I wanted to see us hold out as long as possible, if never on China. I don't think we should ever negotiate with those soulless bastards. And I think that I just...
I'm agreeing with that. They really need a government change.
They do. The way they treat the people of Hong Kong, they don't need negotiating with. Okay, so I don't agree with I just don't agree with China at all. I think we need new trade partners with even and fair trade. I think China can peddle their cheap goods in Africa and all these other crappy places. Do I not like the way they're doing business in Iraq? No, I like them building infrastructure in Iraq as far as like building the plant and building like housing and so. I love that. I just don't have any business to do with how they deal in trade. The way they do trade is crappy.
My concern is the technology that they do are motherboards, telephones,
stealing.
They install crap on there to spy on us. That's what I don't like. They're a national threat to us.
Now let's talk about Baton Rouge. You still there?
Big Game James.
Big Game James. You got any more? Hey, Big Game.
Yes, sir.
Big question right now. Who does LSU play this week?
They have a bye week this week.
Who do they play the next week?
Nobody worth this shit.
It's a nobody. It's like University of Utah or something crazy like that.
What's the spread?
I don't know, but it'll be big. We've
Well,
beaten everybody but like 50 points so far. So.
Yeah, LSU's starting to build back up to the old program.
I'm gonna tell you all this. I like LSU. I like Washington State more, but I like LSU.
See, me, I'm a USC fan.
Well, yeah, because you like to be like in the ghetto, because you like to be in the South Central of LA. But that's fine.
Hey, man, why should I tell me I'm like that?
You're ghetto, pimp. We know that, man. You're a pimp.
No, here's how I grew up. I grew up USC football, UCLA basketball, Dodgers,
Good
Lakers,
pedigree.
Rams.
Good pedigree. Good pedigree.
That's the family.
Have they broke ground? Hold on, y'all. We got a question here. Have they broke ground on the new CBI? Yeah, they have.
College sports are the greatest.
It's kind of like this. I'll tell y'all this. Before I did YouTube with you guys, I would have thought that like YouTube was lame. But now that I do it, I only watch YouTube because I think YouTube is the purest form of news, entertainment, everything. I watch YouTube everything.
Yes.
I don't even watch regular TV anymore.
Well, I like citizen journalists. I love their input.
Hey, I like UT. You got to respect Texas A&M.
Why?
Well, you don't have to.
There's only two teams. There's only two teams you gotta respect in college football. Hold on. There's only two teams you gotta respect in college football. Only two.
Oklahoma and USC.
Oh God, no. God, no. First of all, you gotta love and respect Washington State. That's where I'm from. And you gotta love Washington because that's where all the rich kids go. All the rich kids go to Washington. No, nobody goes to UCLA, but a bunch of plastic kids. They're like getting in trouble for like getting kids in school. And this has gone too far, y'all. I'm having too much fun just talking like a talk show. We're gonna end this call tonight based upon UCLA winning next week by 50. They're gonna reinstate the Iraqi Dinar soon. There's too much evidence out there for them not.
What is that noise?
Now, I'll tell you guys this.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, the feds are tapping us like Takashi.
Listen.
Oh God, you're making me eat you. Hey, And I say this. I'm going to say this for every show now. If you want to call in, if you're a YouTuber, if you're a guru, if you're somebody in the know, and you got something to say, and you want to dispute what we're talking about, just call me. Call me. My lines are open. I'm not going to argue no more. I'm not going to fuss no more. I'm going to substantiate the point that every week that nobody calls because nobody has anything to say. Now, if they got something to say other than me vaping, I'm down with that. But if you want to learn about how to make money, join Patreon. You want to learn how to ascertain wealth? Join Patreon. That's the one thing I noticed. A lot of them won't come on at debate. Nah, they'll never come on debate.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, come on.
Come on. Come on. Nothing's sure now. But you want to go on your channel and talk trash and you're not there? Cowards run.
Cheap shots from 500 miles away.
Yeah, right? Like shooting me from a mile away to my... He's an ass. Okay, well, I'm an ass. Okay, but get on my show and talk to me. It wouldn't be. But you know what, Big Game James? I'll tell you this.
Yes.
If I had you sitting in a deer blind from a mile away, you'd pick them off too. Oh, God, that's terrible music. You guys, you know what? I love you guys. You guys have a great night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Call me, gurus.
All right, yep.
I'm down for the cause, man.
I'll talk to you.
No, I'm not a Scorpio. I'm a Sagittarius on the cusp of...
I'm a cuss.
Oh, no. I'm a Sagittarius on the cusp of a Capricorn. I love you guys. We'll talk Wednesday. Boring the creek don't rise. You guys have a great night. Tell your favorite guru to call me. I love you guys. Have an awesome evening. Good night.